welcome back to Holy Dragon Plays Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon. I believe this is the 5th episode, if I'm counting correctly. And we've come quite a way. We have made friends and killed those friends. We have been horrifically stung and nibbled on by all manner of insects. We've gathered a couple of jewels and been tricked by one. There are many missing though, so I don't know how long this is going to go on for. And we have now come to a point down the corridor where we will have to figure out what on earth is going on with these footsteps coming towards me. And I think I will take the coward's way and hide in the shadows.
You have to squeeze yourself deep into the crack to conceal yourself.
Oh no, I'm not going to get stuck.
From this cramped position, you are unable to see the owner of the feet that shuffle slowly by. A minute later, all is quiet again as you pull yourself back out into the tunnel and head west.
Ooh, that could have
After a
been
short
anyone.
while, you arrive at another junction in the tunnel with a choice of 2 directions.
Okay, so I keep going west. I keep going, oh, there are steps. And I feel the way I need to go in the end is north. But I think maybe we go north here. I've gone west too long.
Set back in the arched alcove in the tunnel wall, you see an ornate wooden chair carved in the shape of a demon-like bird of prey.
Sitting in the chair seems really like a terribly bad idea. Let's do it.
You grip the arms of the chair tightly, half expecting a surge of energy or pain to rush through your body.
Yes.
Do you think luck is on your side?
Yes. Because I just took the
Squeezing
luck
the arm
potion
of the
last
chair
episode.
triggers a secret panel, which springs into the air. You find a glass phial lying in a cavity. You pick it up and read the label. Doppelganger potion, 1 dose
Oh, I
only.
love doppelganger.
This liquid will make your body take on the shape of a nearby being. You place the strange potion in your backpack and continue north, where the tunnel starts to slope downwards and finally comes to an end at a deep pool enclosed by the tunnel wall. There does not appear to be any way of traveling further north. You turn around and walk back down the tunnel,
Oh, is this thing from the
passing
red
the
book?
wooden chair, where you soon arrive at the junction and turn right to head west.
Okay, you couldn't
The
even
tunnel turns sharply to the
investigate.
right and continues north for as far as you can see. There is a
Oh, sorry, I cut you off, my friend. I wanted to see that
door in
visually.
the left-hand wall which is ajar, and you hear someone cry for help from the other side of it.
That seems like a trap. This isn't a place to help people.
The tunnel continues for quite a distance before you reach a junction.
Let's go west again.
Ahead, you see that the tunnel turns a corner, beyond which it continues north. You stop before the corner, startled by the sound of high-pitched voices, whispering and sniggering.
Let's take a look.
You peep around the corner and see 2 small creatures running away from you. Both are dressed in baggy clothes and wear pointed floppy hats.
They're like leprechauns, right?
They are mischievous leprechauns.
Oh. Sure, follow them and find their lucky
Running after the
charms.
leprechauns, you hear more laughter, only now it is behind you. You look round and see 6 more emerging from a hidden door in the tunnel wall.
Oh dear.
Yet another leprechaun drops on your back from a ledge fixed to the ceiling. Shaking him off, you draw your sword, whereupon the laughing gets even louder.
Just ignore them. They're probably going to steal something from me. Let's take a quick look at what we have. Wooden tube, got the rope, real wishes, which we've used. Manticore, there's a typo in the game. This is an early release game, so. Manticore parchment, mallet, 10 iron spikes, and amulet of strength. Let's walk past them, shall we? They're just having a joke.
You push past the two leprechauns and head off north, the noise of jeering and laughter ringing in your ears. Further up the tunnel, you stop to rest and check your belongings. Any jewels you had are now gone.
No,
The
I knew
leprechauns
it.
that landed on
Little
your back
tea leaves.
stole them from your backpack.
I need
You
those.
curse the thieving leprechauns and set off north again.
I need those.
The tunnel leads north for some
failed.
distance before coming to a dead end. The mouth of a chute protrudes from the tunnel's eastern wall. It seems to be the only way out. So you decide to risk it and climb into the chute.
I
You
failed the
slide
dungeon.
gently down and emerge in a new room, landing on your back. As soon as you stand up, you are confronted by the most repulsive sight you have ever laid eyes on.
Is it the monster from the
There in
red
front
book?
of you, wallowing in a circular pool of fetid
Yes,
slime,
it
is
is.
a bulbous creature too horrible to be believed. Its body is green and covered all over with fearsome-looking spikes. Its face is a mass of crimson blisters, one of
Listen.
which suddenly bursts to reveal yet another of its many sinister, all-seeing
No,
eyes.
it's the blue eye, that's the
A
one.
narrow path runs around the edge
Have
of
to
the
stab it
pool
in the
and
blue
leads
eye.
into another tunnel in the far wall. Remembering the description of the vile blood beast
Yes.
and the warning about the toxic gas rising from its pool, you cover your mouth with your sleeve and step forward with your sword drawn, wary of the blood beast's tongue. As you step around the side of the pool, it rolls forward and flicks out its tongue. You are ready for it and cleave it with one swipe of your sword. The beast howls in pain and stretches forward frantically, trying to clasp you between its blood-filled jaws. You start hacking at its hideous face in an attempt to pierce its real eyes.
Attack! How has it got such high skill when I've just maimed it so? Ooh, that's
Creature
not
reaches for you with its mouth from the pool.
good. No!
You step back to avoid it, but slip on its fetid slime. It sinks its teeth into your ankle, costing you precious stamina.
It doesn't matter, we've already lost this with losing the jewels. Unless we can get them back somehow later.
Again, the bulbous creature strikes at you with its hideous fangs. You jump clear of them, striking out and smashing one clean out of
Alright, we're
its
gonna roll
hideous
luck
mouth.
on that one.
You try your luck,
A mega boss.
and your luck is in.
Attack, attack, attack. Ooh, that's bad.
The blood beast's tail whips around you. You duck, but not quickly enough, and it punctures your arm deeply.
Ouch. Oh no.
Breathing heavily during your fight, you begin to succumb to the toxic gas and fall,
What? There's a
cracking your
timer?
head on the floor.
No, there's not a timer, it's just fluff. Let's eat some provisions. We're gonna need to anyway after this.
Eat some provisions,
Nom 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 nom
increasing
nom.
your stamina by 4 points.
Inhaling toxic gas as you do so. No.
Your blade strikes one of the blood beast's real eyes with devastating effect. It slumps back into its pool, thrashing about in a frenzy. You seize the opportunity and run around the side of the pool to the tunnel exit.
I'm
The
amazed
tunnel
we've made it this
leads
far.
into a large room, its ceiling supported by several marble pillars. As you enter the room, you see a strange beast to your right. It has the body of a lion with
Oh, it's the
dragon-like wings
Manticore. Got a
attached,
warning about this one too.
but its head is like that of an old bearded man. You recognize the beast. It is a manticore. Taking heed of the warning poem you took from
Yes.
the skeleton warrior, You watch out for its tail, which sprouts a profusion of sharp spikes at its
Should have
tip,
thought the leprechauns there.
thick and hard as iron bolts.
Damn.
You raise your shield in front of you just in time to protect yourself from a volley of spikes released from the manticore's tail and aim straight at your heart. They sink into your shield, and you remain unharmed. Swiftly, you draw your sword and advance.
Can I run away from this one? Attack it first. This has got the same skill as me. I don't fancy fighting
You
it,
lunge
honestly.
at the creature's stomach with your sword drawn, but just as you thought you'd land a crushing blow, the creature whips around, parrying your effort. Neither of you are harmed.
I can't run away. Oh, damn. Imagine if I'd less skill than this at the start.
The giant creature whips
Terrible.
its spiked tail at you, firing more spikes. You duck and roll, quickly slicing a chunk from its
Okay.
tail, passing close to you.
Time for another luck roll. Got Potion of Fortune after all.
You try your luck, and your luck is
Attack it again.
You
Okay.
run to avoid the whipping tail, but stumble.
Oh dear.
And with a speed you could never have imagined, it tries to sink its teeth into your leg. But you move just in time.
You can't imagine my
Neither of
speed
you
either.
Aha.
Right, come on. Come on. No.
The creature runs directly at you. You move too
No.
late, and the creature
So,
smashes you onto
I've forgotten
a
what
wall,
happens if you roll luck on
costing
defense.
you
Let's try
valuable
it.
Stamina.
Let's try luck on defense because I've not done that yet.
You try your luck, and your luck is
There we go. We stay above 10. Okay.
You seize an opportunity to attack the creature's back leg and manage to bury your sword deep into its thigh.
I'm gonna try my luck again because I can afford one more luck and take another luck potion.
You try your luck, and your luck.
Excellent. Now we only need to hit it one more time. Hey! How did that not take off another 2? Was that bugged? Or am I imagining
You
it?
lunge at the creature's stomach with your sword drawn. It tries to move, but
There are some
You
minor
are
issues with this
powerful.
pre-release thing.
you lunge at the creature's stomach with your sword drawn, but just as you thought you'd land a crushing blow,
We really are
the
very
creature
evenly
whips
matched.
around, parrying your effort. Neither of you are harmed.
Come on. Yes.
The giant creature whips its spiked tail at you, firing more spikes. You duck and roll, quickly slicing a chunk from its tail, passing close to you. As you are wiping the manticore's blood from your sword, you are surprised to see a small man jump out from behind one of the marble pillars. He is dressed in a tight-fitting green tunic
Now what?
and looks quite harmless, although you are wary of the way he is holding an opaque glass ball with a shimmering green light. "Greetings," he says cheerfully. "My name is Igbot, the gnome, and I am the trial master for your final test.
Oh no.
Needless to say, my magical powers are great,
I bet if I
so
had
you should
jewels,
not
it would
try
be
to
great.
attack me. You may have learnt during your quest that gems play an essential part in the trial
No.
of champions. The iron door in front of you is the victory exit, but there is only one way of opening it.
No.
3 gems have to be put
I had
into the
3.
lock mechanism in the correct order. Each gem
Actually, I only had
radiates a
2.
unique energy, which will trigger the mechanism. If you do it correctly, that is. But first, we need the correct gems.
I don't
First,
have them.
you will need an emerald.
I had one.
The gnome shakes his head and says, I'm afraid that you have failed the trial of champion.
Oh no.
Baron Circumvit's Deathtrap Dungeon will keep its secrets for another year, as you will not be allowed to leave here. You are appointed my servant for the rest of your days to prepare and modify the dungeon for future contestants. Perhaps, in another life, you will succeed.
Wow. Very nice, very nicely narrated. I think we should go back to the leprechaun room. Is that here? I guess, and see what happens if we don't let them steal our jewels, but apart from that, that'll be the last thing I do, because we do have another like 15 minutes of this video. So I know I don't have enough jewels, but I want to get through a little bit more and see what happens. So let's go here.
The tunnel continues for quite a distance before you reach a junction.
Go to the new tunnel.
Ahead, you see that the tunnel turns a corner, beyond which it continues north. You stop before the corner, startled by the sound of high-pitched voices, whispering and sniggering.
Draw my sword and look around the corner.
You peep around the corner and see two small creatures
These
running
little
away
shits.
from you.
Right, follow them.
Running after the leprechauns, you hear more laughter, only now it is behind you.
Grr. Attack, attack.
Before you can take a single step towards the leprechauns, one of them throws some sparkling dust at you.
Uh-oh.
You are immediately frozen to the spot, unable to move a muscle.
How dare they?
You watch helplessly as the leprechauns rummage through your backpack and run off with all your possessions,
All of them?
leaving your backpack empty and also robbing you of 2 luck points.
Well, almost all of
About
them.
an hour later, the freezing effect of the dust wears off and feeling returns to your limbs. You are angry at your loss and stomp off north, determined to have your revenge. The tunnel leads...
But the problem is... Well, this is interesting though, because there are all these other branches, look. So these are the branches that come into this end fight with the manticore and everything, are from different parts of the dungeon. So if I wanted to do that without the leprechauns getting me, I should have just gone north. But if I want the other jewels and stuff, somewhere back here maybe, I should have gone north instead. Although I wouldn't have got the vial of whatever it was I got the vial of there. Could I turn back at this point? I can't remember. I might have been able to turn back actually. Well, interesting. Well, that's all the sneaky spoilers you're going to get from me though. You can play your own game. You can decide whether you want to open the box here. You can go west here instead of east. You can go into this mysterious room, which I didn't go in. You can... well, we discovered what happened there. I don't remember there being a choice to go north here, but perhaps you could have gone north and avoided whatever this was. You could have chosen, instead of going with our barbarian friend, you could have either gone east to who knows where, or you could have just gone west, again to who knows where. Maybe it would come around up here. Maybe you'd get another jewel there. So much fun to have.
North for some distance.
That's all the spoilers you're gonna get.
End. The mouth of a chute protrudes from the tunnel's eastern wall.
We know what happens
Seems
here.
to be the only way out. As soon as you stand...
Yes. Let's put this wonderful music on.
The creature turns and whips its tail.
He's going to keep talking no matter what we do.
A fierce spike at the end.
Let's open the map then. But we've got the battle music for our outro. Let's do this. Not that we need much outro now, but still, just for the heck of it. That was Holly Dragon Plays Deathtrap Dungeon. It's my first ever YouTube series. Usually I'm on twitch.tv/hollydragon, and you can follow me on Twitter at twitch.tv/hollydragon_, as written on the screen. The underscore is important. You'll get to the wrong place if you don't type that in. And I hope to maybe see you there. You can come and chat. Sometime I'm live. I'm not going to tell you my schedule because I don't know when you're going to watch this. You could be watching this now, you could be watching this now, or you could be watching this now. But who knows when your now is. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye bye. Oh, and buy this game when it comes out, it's great.